Okay, I'm recording. Bugs, get out of there. My first Meng kit, really cool. It's just awesome, the amount of detail that comes with it, and I am really very impressed. That being said, photo etch. Photo etch is kind of a two-edged sword, I'm learning. It looks good, it really does. I'm enjoying the crap out of doing the photo etch. There is, however, a few issues. This is a photo etch set by Tetra, and it has some unique features. The instructions are pretty detailed on how to fold everything, and I enjoy that a lot. It also has photographs of how the things are supposed to go on there. That's good and bad. Bad being that some of the things aren't very clearly identified. Here, for example, it shows A10. A10 is this wonderful little grill. Let's see if I can get a better shot there. This wonderful little grill. But I can't figure out how to install it, and so it's not going on. It seems to go under or over the vent on the front of the hull, but how, it's not clear. Also, some of the stuff doesn't tell you is until you start looking carefully at some of these diagrams, is you can see the holes underneath, so it doesn't tell you have to fill them. Now, Edward makes great photo etch stuff, I've found. I'm not real crazy about all their instructions. Some of the folding issues or parts are kind of vague sometimes, but what they do very well is explain things that need to be removed in order to put the photo etch pieces on. I kind of wish that these pieces here actually, or these kits here actually would get together, the companies, and kind of combine both of their good features and drop some of their less than good features. And I think you could probably come up with some really wonderful instructions. Okay, that being said, the kit itself came with photo etch parts. It gave you an option for two different grill covers, depending on the model that you build, whether it's an A3 or an A4 version. I'm going with the A4, so therefore that's the version that I got. It had the two little grills that you see here with some dust already accumulating, and also the covers for the different periscopes. So it's kind of a combination of several different kits. Also, another bit of an issue with the Tetra instructions is you can clearly see the rods for cleaning the barrels and in the kit. Now obviously they're plastic, they're not photo etched, so you're not going to get them in the kit. However, nowhere does it tell you what size diameter they are. So I took a stab at 1 millimeter, and it's actually they're a little small, so I'm going to have to order some more plastic to fill that gap in. They did, on the back, when you were building this toolbox, give you the proper diameter for that little piece. But for some reason, they just didn't add in the piece for that. Also, they don't explain that if you want to put the tools in the photo etched tool Pioneer tool mounting points, you kind of have to put them in before you make the parts and kind of fold the parts around them in some instances. I learned that. So that's why the axe will not be on the vehicle, but I will put all the other pieces. I'll clean them up and put all the other Pioneer tools in. Oh, and one other thing. It didn't explain that for the ice cleats, that's what I figured it out from a photograph I saw. These are ice cleats. That the photo etch, you basically have to carve off all the plastic again, and then also carve grooves in the where the bent over piece goes, because otherwise they just don't fit. I'm adding, you can see the little white lines. These are actually will be cut down to represent the bolts that are holding them in place. And that's about it for the moment. Again, first Meng kit. Very happy with the kit itself. Have some questions about the photo etch. Everything's a learning curve, I suppose. Thanks for watching. Okay, second attempt. My first attempt died with the batteries. First Meng kit, Meng. I love it. It's great. Had a Tetris photo etch kit, which I liked a lot of the stuff of. A lot of the stuff I didn't like. The clamps in particular didn't particularly impress me after it was all said and done. If I ever do another Meng kit, I will probably get photo etch to go along with it, because some of it really did enhance it well. The toolboxes, for example, and some of the area, small things that they had on the back, and the fenders, for example, awesome. just simply really did a good job of enhancing the overall appearance of the vehicle. Scratch building. Didn't require much in the way of any scratch building, really. I simply added the cable that would have gone from the back of the spotlight to the connector on the top of the turret. I used Mylar for the mirror, the rangefinder, and all the periscopes. And I used, I don't know if you can see it, I'm going to try to show you, on the taillight lenses and reflectors up here, I used an SKP product, lenses for this particular vehicle. The headlight lenses were a little small, so what I did is I recessed them into the body of the headlight itself, and then I used the plastic clear lens that came with the kit to cover it. One of them turned out pretty well, the other one got a little foggy. Headlights fog out. It's just something you have to live with, I suppose. Overall, I used the recommended Vallejo coloring from the color callout. The only real weathering effect is I did some dry brushing with some khaki, and then I shot the lower portion of all the vehicle with Vallejo pigments. I mixed a couple of the light gray with some burnt umber to make it look a little more like trail dust as opposed to road dust. I know this vehicle was built in the 80s, and if I'm not mistaken, they never went to combat, so I wanted this to look like it was something I might have seen when I was in Germany during the 80s, and it turned out really great. I really enjoyed the heck out of it, and in the future I will be getting more Meng models. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.